Is supporting Palestine a denial of 7th October attacks? Not at all. This is an important question because we've seen the efforts at state level to silence pro-Palestine support, pro-Palestinian support. And you'll see from those who are supporting Palestine, overwhelmingly, there's an acknowledgement of what took place on 7th of October. However, in contrast, there's an obfuscation, denial, or willful ignorance to acknowledge what has preceded these attacks and what has succeeded the attacks. Let's stick with what has succeeded the attacks, what's followed, what the world is seeing now of the onslaught, the barbarism, the genocidal destruction of Palestinians. So there's no denial from pro-Palestinian support. But there is a denial of the suffering that we are witnessing across our screens, across social media. And there's been a very effective propaganda over the last 50 or so years to fail to acknowledge what has taken place since the Nakba, and even before that, 1948. Because the ethnic cleansing that we are seeing now started back then. And even before so, when the British entered Palestine at the collapse of the Ottoman Empire. So as usual, the Muslim communities are always asked to condemn. Can you condemn? Can you condemn? Can you condemn? But when the shoe is put on the other foot and pro-Israeli supporters are asked to condemn the brutality, the genocidal attacks that we are witnessing in Palestine today, let alone what took place 75 years ago. What's done? An obfuscation that takes place. They say it's not the fault of Israel to be exacting the type of retribution that they're doing now. It is the fault of the Palestinians for voting in Hamas, not getting rid of Hamas. It is Hamas's fault that this is all happening. That external reference and deflection, we've seen that within victimhood narratives for a long time. And legitimate victimhood narratives do point to that, and that's understandable. But when those you are pointing to have been victims of a much more sustained usurping of land, ethnic cleansing, imprisonment, subjugation, apartheid, to support a people enduring that should not be twisted, distorted into being anti-Semitic, anti-Israeli, denial of 7th of October. Because this is what media, propaganda is reporting. This is what is being supported at senior levels in the attempts, as I've mentioned at the outset, to enact legislation to criminalize pro-Palestinian marches as hate marches, to censure and ban the display of Palestinian flags as extremist. And this is the extent to which the support against what pro-Palestinian supporters are doing has been. But what we've seen that despite that being at European Union levels, US presidential levels, UK prime ministerial levels, including the opposition parties, the groundswell of pro-Palestinian support continues, unabated, unafraid, and will continue, inshallah.